Imagine drifting into a dream where you're suddenly surrounded by the world's most famous buildings. But something feels off. It's as if they've all been transported to a strange, alternate dimension. You stand at the base of the Eiffel Tower, but instead of the lively Parisian streets, you see a foggy, desolate landscape. The metal creaks and the tower sways, its iron skeleton covered in rust. There are no tourists, only a cold wind that cuts through the silence. You look up, and the sky is dark, filled with thick clouds swirling in slow motion. As you turn around, you find yourself in front of the Colosseum in Rome. It looks different, larger than life, towering like a giant skeleton of a long-dead beast. The arches are filled with shadows, and you hear faint echoes of cheers and roars, as if ancient gladiators are still fighting, hidden in the darkness. You feel an intense urge to run, but your feet are glued to the ground. The scene shifts suddenly, and now you're standing on the observation deck of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. The sky is pitch black, but the city below is glowing with a strange, eerie light. The skyscraper feels unstable, swaying as if it's made of paper. You look down, and the ground appears miles away, distorted, like looking through a fisheye lens. A strong gust of wind pushes you, and you stumble, barely catching your balance. You blink, and you're now at the foot of Big Ben in London. The clock face is cracked, and the hands are spinning backward rapidly, faster and faster. The chimes ring out, but they're distorted, like an old record playing in slow motion. The entire structure starts tilting, as if it's about to collapse into the River Thames. Suddenly, you find yourself at the Sydney Opera House. The iconic white sails are fractured, as if struck by lightning. A deep rumbling sound comes from inside, and the ground beneath you shakes. The water from the harbor rises, dark and turbulent, threatening to swallow the building whole. You try to back away, but your legs won't move. Next, you're standing in front of the pyramids of Giza. The once solid structures are crumbling, sand pouring down like waterfalls. The sun is setting, casting a red hue across the landscape. The desert feels endless, and you realize the pyramids are sinking into the sand, being swallowed by the earth. You feel the sand pulling at your feet, dragging you down with them. Without warning, you're back in New York, at the top of the Empire State Building. The city below is overtaken by nature. Vines creep up the sides of skyscrapers, and trees grow from abandoned cars. The streets are eerily silent, with no signs of life. The building beneath you groans, as if the concrete itself is giving up. The next thing you know, you're in front of the Taj Mahal. But it's different.